What's up, everybody? Ian the Gamer here once again. A couple of days ago, I went to my local theater to see Fantastic Four First Steps, and it was fantastic. So, in this video, I'm going to give you my non spoiler review and my opinions on this film. So, if you're not already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and let's get into it. So, first, I want to talk about a little bit of the story and kind of summarize it for you without giving you too many spoilers. So this Fantastic Four movie is set in Earth 828, which is not the main MCU, but it's a retro 60s universe, but with, some tech. And the Fantastic Four have had their powers for 4 years, and they are loved and praised by the citizens of New York. So the film starts off with a montage of a bunch of villains they've already fought in the past. But for the bread and butter of the story, Galactus and Silver Surfer are the main villains. Of course, Galactus wants to devour Earth, so the two villains, they threaten to destroy Earth unless Reed and Sue give up their child, Franklin Richards, who has cosmic level powers. Of course, they refuse, but they eventually manage to take down Galactus and save the planet. So that's my general synopsis of the story. So now I'm going to talk about what I thought of some of the characters. So first, we're going to start with Reed Richards. So Pedro Pascal he did a great job with playing him. In this movie, Reed Richards was smart and nerdy, which, is a character of Reed Richards, but he always looked out for his friends, and he did make situations complicated at times with his thinking because he was always using math and variables and stuff. But guys, I really think that he was kind of like the Iron Man of the team, kind of like how Tony would make all the suits for the Avengers, and he was kind of the leader. Okay, so now let's talk about Sue Storm. So Vanessa Kirby did a great job at playing her. When I saw the film, I thought of her as sort of the mother of the team, so kind of like a leader, and she was rational at making decisions, like I said, when Reed wasn't, but I think she was clearly fantastic. Now let's talk about Ben and Johnny. So the Thing and Human Torch, they played a huge role in defeating Galactus. Johnny Storm was smart enough to decode Silver Surfer's language and use that against her. And of course Ben, he was just a good uncle and all-around fun guy, which he is my favorite member of the Force. So anyway, remember how Chris Evans, Johnny Storm, was always playing pranks and annoying the team? Well, this version of Johnny is a little bit more serious, but he was still goofy at times, though. The only problem I had with the Thing is that he had a regular voice and not the rocky, gruff one in other iterations, but that's just really a nitpick, and I still think the movie was good, but I liked all the team, though. So now I'm going to go into my other issues I had with the film. So the first one is that the team didn't really use their powers very much. We didn't see them, using their powers very much, and the thing that they kind of replaced that with is showing how the Fantastic Four were really a family. I did like this. There were a lot of wholesome scenes between our main heroes, and that was one thing that I enjoyed about the film. And our second issue is that Galactus was a little bit nerfed, maybe on the weaker side. So this guy is a cosmic level being, an Avengers level threat, but he needed a ship just to get to Earth. And even when he was kind of sitting on his planet, sitting on his throne, he had to be charged up or some kind of, I don't know what it was, but he also got taken down too easily. I'm not going to spoil it, but you guys can see it for yourselves. Now, the fight scene was a little bit too short, the final battle, but those are my only issues with the film. And guys, that ends it for today's video, but there's one more thing I would like to point out. So the story was very good in this film, but I noticed that the plot was awfully similar to Rise of the Silver Surfer back in 2007. But we'll save that for another video if you want. But I give this movie a 7 out of 10. And let me know in the comments what you thought of this movie. And what's your rating. And also let me know if I should make a video explaining the post-credit scene. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I just posted some new Hulk gameplay for you guys today. So make sure you check that out on your way out. See you guys later.